If you caught the Summer Game Fest 2026 showcase, you're likely buzzing about Stellar Blade being back in the spotlight thanks to its sequel announcement, Stellar Blade: Blood Rain. Even though details on Eevee and the new setting are scarce, the hype is real. At least it is for me. Plus, it was just revealed that a Nintendo Switch 2 port of Stellar Blade is on the way. So whether you're diving back in or starting fresh, we've got you covered. Here's a look at everything major going on with Adam, Eve, and Lily since launch. At launch, Stellar Blade arrived with a full story campaign, multiple endings, and a New Game Plus mode, a rarity these days. New Game Plus allowed players to keep their progression while tackling tougher enemies and experimenting with new skills, weapons, and nanosuits. On the technical front, Stellar Blade was a showcase for the PlayStation 5, launching with smooth frame rates, ray-traced reflections, and full support for DualSense features. Shift Up clearly wasn't resting on its laurels, though, as launching Stellar Blade was just the beginning. Shift Up focused heavily on quality of life updates early on. They added map pins for easier navigation, a favorite system for inventory management, and confirmation prompts to avoid accidental money spending. They also tweaked combat targeting and lock-on mechanics, which made the tougher encounters feel more manageable. These small changes made a world of difference for long-term play. One of the earliest major updates also introduced Boss Challenge as a dedicated mode, allowing players to rematch powerful enemies from throughout the game. Alongside it came 5 new nanosuits, additional accessibility options like extended puzzle timers, and auto-targeting improvements for the shooting segments, as well as quality of life features such as an always visible compass toggle. Subsequent updates continued that momentum, adding even more nanosuits, expanded hairstyle customization options, and additional accessibility improvements that helped make Stellar Blade more welcoming to a broader range of players. Later in 2024, the highly anticipated photo mode dropped, letting players pause the action to snap cinematic shots with custom filters, angles, and poses. Along with that, we got a ton of new outfits and cosmetic options for Eve, letting players customize her look without messing with the gameplay balance. Stellar Blade's post-launch content also included several crossovers and DLC packs. One of the earliest and most notable was a collaboration with Nier Automata, which introduced themed outfits for Eve, a roaming merchant inspired by Emil, and a handful of cosmetic items. This content was completely optional, fully integrated into the main world, and entirely focused on visual customization. Later, content from Shift Up's Goddess of Victory Nikke franchise arrived, adding more outfits and themed visuals. Like the Nier crossover, this DLC emphasized cosmetic personalization without altering gameplay balance or progression. While the Nier collab sent Eve on a scavenger hunt to search for stellar tiers, the Nikke collab actually brought the mobile game's signature gameplay to Stellar Blade. It also brought with it brand new Nikke-inspired outfits for Eve to wear, alongside a brand new boss, Scarlet. The Boss Challenge mode grew significantly after launch, adding new bosses and in-game content that really pushed player skill. It became the go-to mode for testing out loadouts and combat mastery. The addition of Scarlet in particular gave veteran players a formidable new encounter to overcome, further cementing Boss Challenge as one of Stellar Blade's most robust post-launch additions. The December 2024 update added festive cheer with seasonal outfits, holiday-themed music, and decorations in Xion. The coolest part? It's all optional. You can turn the holiday visuals and music on or off whenever you want, keeping the game fresh all year round. The event also featured holiday-themed activities and rewards, giving players even more reasons to visit Xion during the season. Stellar Blade expanded beyond the PlayStation 5 in June 2025 with a Steam release. This version introduced technical enhancements, including unlocked frame rates, ultra-wide monitor support, HDR, and modern upscaling options such as DLSS and FSR. These improvements gave PC players more control over performance and visuals, while also expanding the game's reach to a broader audience. Alongside the PC release, new content was added for all platforms. Boss Challenge received additional encounters, including the previously mentioned Scarlet, while Photo Mode once again gained new poses and expressions, as well as even more outfits and accessories. A large number of new music tracks and rearranged themes were also introduced, further enhancing replayability. Steam-specific features such as trading cards, badges, and achievements were added as well. The Complete Edition update also introduced a number of smaller enhancements, including a digital art book unlocked after completing the game, expanded language support, additional accessibility features such as fall prevention options, and even more controller customization choices. Together, these additions helped make Stellar Blade's most complete version feel appropriately named. Around the same time as the PC release, Stellar Blade added support for PlayStation 5 Pro. This introduced multiple graphics modes exclusive to PlayStation's newest console, including a high frame rate mode targeting up to 80 FPS on 120Hz displays. The update also improved image clarity and resolution using Sony's PSSR upscaling technology, allowing the game to run at 4K with enhanced visual fidelity and smoother performance. Players could choose between performance-focused or balanced visual modes, making the experience highly flexible depending on display setup and personal preference. One of the most substantial post-launch content additions came in the September 2025 update, which included 3 new epilogues. These added new narrative beats and expanded the game's story beyond one of the original endings. While relatively short and mostly lighthearted, these epilogues provided a meaningful bonus for players who had wrapped up the story and wanted to spend a little bit more time with Eve and the residents of Xion before moving on. At the June 9th, 2026 Nintendo Direct, it was announced that Stellar Blade would be arriving on Nintendo's newest hardware, the Nintendo Switch 2. Not too much is known about what the port will offer other than the full game, but it is known that it's releasing in 2026 and it will feature gyro controls for side activities like fishing. Neither Shift Up nor Nintendo have provided any technical information, such as target frame rates or resolutions. For now, we'll just have to wait and see what additional technical details Shift Up shares as we get closer to launch. Today, Stellar Blade offers more bosses, more customization, more cosmetic and seasonal content, and more technical flexibility than at launch. Shift Up has steadily grown the game through free updates, DLC, seasonal events, PC and PS5 Pro enhancements, hard mode, accessibility, and expanded epilogues, all without relying on intrusive live service mechanics. With Stellar Blade Blood Rain on the horizon, it's never been a better time to get caught up on everything Stellar Blade. To help with this, make sure to check out our guides and walkthrough for the base game and all of the collab events. These guides include full walkthroughs on the Nikke, Christmas, and Nier DLCs. We also have a full interactive map on our IGN wiki to help you track down every last secret, nanosuit, side quest, and accessory. For more on Stellar Blade and the upcoming Blood Rain, you're already in the right place, IGN.